Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Eric, would you like to take roll? I think they should all be here by the time.
Yeah.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Oh, yep.
Here, want
It's an
mine?
agenda. You want? Here's an agenda. I'll grab another one. Is it down here? Oh, sorry.
That's like a smorgasbord.
Kind of is.
Yeah. Not quite as much fun as an actual smorgasbord, but you know.
Okay.
I have two of those. I'll do that spirit. Okay, who remembers Sweden House? Yeah. Good.
Did you get an
My
agenda?
grandmother
Yeah.
loved
Okay.
that
Yeah.
place. I didn't, but
Yeah.
did.
Hold on, I'm just.
I need to get you a nice awaken pen.
You do.
Just-
I keep those for public use at the brewery.
Here you go,
These
perfect.
are in my car.
I said, oh, it's like mine for politics.
I love free pens.
Alright.
It's perfect.
So Dan's not here.
Oh, here.
Dawn,
Here?
Eric here, Lori,
Here?
Chris,
Here.
Matt,
Here?
Trudy.
Yep.
Sue.
Okay.
Tyler.
Tyler has resigned, and I completely forgot to send you guys, forward you the email. He purchased a house that's not in the DDA district,
Oh.
and his business is not in the DDA district, so he,
Okay.
by default, can't be on the DDA board. And I completely forgot to forward, actually, it went to Dan and me, and
Okay.
I didn't think, Dan doesn't really like emails, so I apologize for that. I will forward it tonight when I get home. Okay, do we have an emotion to approve the agenda, or are there any additions or edits?
I'll motion to approve the agenda.
Okay, second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the minutes are beautiful minutes. Thank you, Eric.
Yep.
Did everybody get a chance to look at them? I emailed them out, but I also printed them in case you needed them. If everybody's good with that, I would entertain a motion to approve the August meeting minutes.
I will second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Financial report, Miss Pollard. She loves it, she really does. She just acted
We
like
can tell.
that.
I'm so great with this. It's just so awesome. Sue, you're supposed to be sitting by me. So we have 183,148.98 because we did put a some of that money back from the streetscapes that we were doing. And then I do have two bills here, one from the underwriters of Michigan.
Wouldn't hurt.
Okay, for $168, and one from consumers for the lights at the Sturgeon for $35.45.
Is that monthly from consumers?
Yes.
Oh, that's just our, okay.
And what is
As an audience
the
member, I
first
encourage you
one?
to pay that.
Underwriting?
We got it.
Insurance for the bond.
We actually did
Okay.
change it around a couple months ago because I think it was going to the township first or something and then coming to us, so it was getting paid late. So,
Well, yeah. It's
So-
still going to the township. All bills still go to the township. It's in the township name.
Yes.
We just know that that is our address and that's our responsibility.
Right. so, be looking for a check.
I'll make a motion to pay both the bills.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yep, no, I just want to add to that, they did take out the annual principal and interest payment, USDA, and I couldn't find it for Lori today to present, so,
Okay, it was 10,042.
no,
Oh.
that 10,042 will be moved into the pool account,
Oh,
once they
okay,
close that account.
Okay.
No, it's not recorded.
okay,
I looked on, nothing was recorded yet on it,
okay.
so, sorry.
So that'll show up next
Yep.
month. Okay. Do we need a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, old business. Sorry, come up under old business, Carlin. It's nothing
I'm an old
against you.
guy.
Safe routes to school pathway expansion. Carlin, we had asked you to come to see if do you know what we're talking about? Kind of?
Trudy and I talked about this in the past, so a little memory refresher would not hurt.
Correct.
Okay. We did a pathway, safe routes to school project, 15, 20, it's been a long time. It comes from the trail and goes to the school, and then it goes up to it actually stops at the corner of DNR and Vivio's,
Okay.
right there.
Yep.
So it's a safe pathways to school there. We'd like to expand upon that and go further down 27 to Cooperation Park so that we're connecting the school to the park because we have tons of kids walking back and
There's
forth.
a huge residential
apartments,
area that
Yeah.
would connect to that as well.
Right. So we're looking for any money or any opportunities we can find to help with that.
Okay.
Well, just to piggyback on that, last month, I had crossed my desk an email from you saying, hey, late notice, blah, 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 and I read through it and thought, oh my gosh, this might work. Well, we missed the deadline, which is when I
Right.
called or emailed or something, and sadly had to report that to the DDA board, but then thought, there are lots of opportunities through CE, so we've asked you to come to kind of give us a heads up to put it on our radar and things that might work well for this project.
How big is the project, like financially? Have we done any estimates yet or studies?
No, we are still waiting to go out for bid on a feasibility study.
Okay.
That I expect we will hopefully be able to do that this next month.
Mm-hmm. And I'm racking my memory. I feel like there's an organization in the world not outside of Consumers Energy that supports safe routes to schools. Does that ring a bell with anybody?
Well, the school was able in the past to get a grant. Sorry, you were on the board then, I wasn't. But so far they've said they can't find anything.
Okay.
And I think I'll defer to Dan and the previous board member. I believe if Elizabeth couldn't find something, and I know she's looking, and we're just kind of shaking every bush we can.
Sure.
And I'm out there on yours and Pyge's and, Enbridge and other, sites in the Straits Community Foundation. Also, Awakon has a lot of gifts available as well. Just if something triggers your mind that help us to partner with the school, enhance the community, and the one in particular that we missed, sadly, and it might, I can't, it talked about enhancing the community for its livability.
Right, yeah.
And looking at it, I thought, gosh, that just seems to segue beautifully into this. Because again, like Matt said, that huge neighborhood down there.
Mm-hmm.
And that also connects Burt Lake State Park with Cooperation Park. And I don't know if you've ever been back in Cooperation Park, but we have like a covered ice pavilion. We have pickleball courts, baseball courts. Yeah, 6 ball fields, soccer fields, a skateboard park, sledding hill,
Hiking path.
hiking. I mean, it's beautiful. It's such a resource in our community, and we have a lot of people who use it. But unfortunately, they're all walking down the shoulder, like kids are bike riding and walking down the shoulder, and several times in groups and not paying attention, and it's kind of an accident waiting to
Doesn't the
happen.
speed increase right through there?
It does. It's 45 there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's just, to help us put on our radar things that you see, or that
Okay.
you see consumers partner with other.
Or if you think of that, that you were trying to think of that was for safe
Right.
routes to school.
I'll text someone, maybe even while I'm still here, to see if she recalls. I thought, so in my past life, that's how Dawn and I got to know one another. I used to run the Petoskey Regional Chamber of Commerce. I did that for 17 years. And Amy Tweeden was Petoskey City Planner for a long time. And she did some safe route to schools work in Petoskey. And I really feel like that she had a resource that, like there's a foundation out there in the world that's one of the things that they like to support. But I may not be remembering that right, so
No, but that would be great.
I'll ask Amy, she'll remember if it is. So let me just give you kind of an overview of the Consumers Energy Foundation and how it works. And candidly, I'll just open with, don't pin your hopes on that. You know, it's a long shot. So the Consumers Energy Foundation kind of does grants in multiple ways. And but they try to stick within three categories. Consumers Energy is what we call our triple bottom line, is people, planet, and prosperity. And so our foundation embraced those three principles of our organization. So we do people awards, we do planet awards, and we do prosperity awards, which promote Michigan's prosperity. You have to be a 501c3 organization or a municipality. DDAs would be eligible to receive funds through our Consumers Energy Foundation, so that's not an issue. We have an annual open enrollment period, so you can apply for a grant at any time during the course of the year. Grants in our general giving, I always tell people probably these aren't huge. The sweet spot's probably 30,000 to maybe 60,000 is kind of the sweet spots of where those grants come out. I've seen them as high as 100,000. I've seen them as low as a couple of thousand, you know, but I think where they tend to land is in that $30,000 to $60,000 range. And again, that's just for the open application period. That's in all three categories: people, planet, or prosperity. And so you can apply for those anytime. They're considered on a quarterly basis at the end of every quarter. So probably
End of
not
September,
enough time to
right.
get an application in by the end of September. So, you know, I would kind of make you think fourth quarter. The other reason I would say that is our foundation has come out and said the third quarter they're going to do a strong emphasis on people awards. Seeing a quick sidebar, but we're just seeing a large increase in applications in our foundation right now. And I think there's just a lot going on in the world, and a lot of nonprofits facing uncertainties in their revenue streams and things, so they're grasping at whatever they can. And so they're going to focus in the human services sector, kind of the people side of things in this
Would this fall under the people, kind of, because it would be
It
benefiting?
It probably would. I'd probably do it more under community prosperity, but it probably could qualify as people. However, I think in this case they're thinking food banks and
Direct help. Aid.
that kind of
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Do you foresee Consumers Energy targeting that way on a quarterly basis or a couple quarters a year? People, place,
It's a great question, Trudy. I don't know. This is the first, I've been there 5.5 years, and this is the first time I've ever heard him come out and say that.
Well, you would tell us.
Yeah.
I know you would.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course I would, yeah.
Yeah.
There's new leadership at our foundation. I think she's maybe has a couple years. The previous person, her name is CARLIN, was there for, she was with our company over 40 years, and I think she was with the foundation 30 of those years or something like that. So she ran the foundation, and she retired, and a woman named Kathy Wilson has taken on that role. Kathy is extremely pragmatic. She is thorough and thoughtful, and she's really examining how the foundation works. So we could see a lot of changes. She's had like now a year and a half, maybe even 2 years to kind of take it all in.
Oh, what a year to come in.
Yeah. And she spoke to our community affairs team earlier this year, and she just kind of hinted that changes were coming.
Sure.
So that's another probably preface to all that I'm saying. Another element and this is what Trudy referenced, 3 times a year they set aside some bigger money. They do Planet Awards in the spring that come out right around that are announced right around Earth Day. They do People Awards in the middle of the year, and then Prosperity Awards at the end of the year. And those are the ones that I usually try to give a heads up to Trudy and, you know, stakeholders that hey, just want you to know this is out there. It's really tall odds, but these are grants they give $500,000 in each segment. So, and no grant higher than $250,000. So generally maybe 2 organizations will get $250,000 each, and that's it, out of probably 150 applicants. So again, really long odds, but you never know when you're gonna strike gold in that and, hit the right thing. We actually, the Sheboygan Opera House got one of the $250,000
Yay.
grants 2 years ago.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so that was exciting. I was really thrilled for Owen and everybody up
Yeah.
there to see that happen. It was for kind of accessibility issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they
that
have
kind of
those,
thing. So,
sure.
so they still haven't really deployed the grant fully. So I was meeting with Owen last week about it, but still, so there's some flexibility. In other words, so those are big ones. That might be where this fits.
Mhm.
However, it's really tough to
Mhm.
break through. And some of the things we work against in northern Michigan. So I represent 7 counties as a community affairs manager in northern Michigan. And the customers I have spread over 7 counties, like our 1 township in Kent County, So we're really kind of not hamstrung, but it's a little bit harder to sell. So couple other caveats, and this is not an issue in Indian River, but you need to be in a service area of consumers' energy in order to qualify for the grants. And then, interestingly, we are not allowed to do anything that comes back and supports our business. So we can't, like utility bill assistance for people, we're not allowed to fund that kind of thing. There was a fairgrounds that wanted to do a major lighting project, and we stayed away from that. So, however, with the Sheboygan Opera House, we might do an elevator, which are big energy users, but that seemed to qualify because of increased accessibility or safe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of gray, and I defer to Kathy Wilson on those making those decisions. She's way smarter than me, but. There's a board. The foundation is overseen by a board, and one of our senior vice presidents serves on that board and of the company. So it's kind of high level.
Anybody with ties to Indian River?
No. However, one of the things that scores. I don't know if you have any consumers energy. I know we have a couple of employees that live in this area. I don't know if we have any that are volunteers in the community. If you could get someone to volunteer on your board, that scores high,
I know who we could ask. James Lucas.
Oh. See,
Oh, and actually, we have a board opening.
Yes.
Doesn't James live in Mansalona?
I don't know the answer to that, but I know Dan uses him. That's like Dan's right hand, and he called me last week for something. Just what a marvelous individual.
James is awesome.
James he's a really fine.
Yeah, he hates it when I call him, because when I call him, it's usually somebody who's called me and they're not happy. James. So,
But he seems to know, if not the answer, like you, where to go to help find the answer.
Correct,
If
yeah.
That's half the battle.
yeah, I think 90% of the times you call me, you say, I don't know, Trudy, but let me go find
Yeah,
out.
and
for you."
within the day, so you're invaluable to me.
So, no,
Yeah,
that's what I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Tell my boss that.
What's his name? I'll write it down.
You probably know him, Doug DeYoung. Do you know
Oh, yeah,
There we go.
I will mention it.
No.
No, absolutely.
It probably would help when we apply to know a little bit more about the costs and everything, or does that, I've never written grants, so I don't know.
Yes, I would say, to have a good understanding of what the project will cost. One of the things that would be a disadvantage in this case would be, we like to be, especially with those prosperity awards, we like to be like the major funder.
Oh.
Or
We would like you to
lead
be
funder
the-
or something like that. So it looks like a consumers energy led initiative.
Well, let me ask you this, because I just dabbled in your website and, trying to do some reading and all the free time that we have here.
Yeah.
But where's the best place to go to look at previous awardees?
Oh.
So that we can have an idea, is there someone that looks similar that we might be able to reach out and go, okay, hey, this is what we're thinking of. We see you received a CE award back in whatever year. What helpful hints might you have for us?
I don't know the answer to that, like true to form, but let me look it up.
Is the grant really extensive?
No, for the Prosperity Award or you know, the big awards, the first step in the process is what we call a letter of intent. It's not literally a letter, it's an application, but it's pretty brief. You know, that would be something you can knock out in an hour easily, I would think.
Oh, nice.
But then if you're qualified, selected as a finalist, then it's more extensive. They're going to want to see they're going to see your paperwork as an organization to know you're a legit organization. Your board of directors, they want to take a look at your budget, and then there's, you know, several just questions that you have to answer. The foundation, actually, our company is really big on diversity and equity, and so there are questions focused around that, which I think this would very much qualify, creating safe access to all. We're a safety company, so
Right.
obviously in the electrical business, safety has to come first, and so I think the emphasis on safety would score points with this.
Right.
Yeah, and that's honestly the whole reason that we want to do it.
Yep.
Is because we're just worried about people going along 27 and everybody else on 27 looking at their cell phones and
Yeah,
No,
well,
no shoulders or little shoulders and,
excuse me.
yeah. And I think I may have saved, if you sent, I'll look at my computer, I may have just downloaded that for reference, looking ahead for the next year, even though we missed the deadline. So I'll look through that folder, and if I can, I'll get it to you or try to get it out to everyone, just to look through,
Yeah.
you know.
was that the deadline? Was it the prosperity one?
Yeah, and I want to. My hunch is that came out in early August because it came out while I think I was on vacation.
Yes, I think that's what you
And then I
said.
got back to the office and there was one week left of the deadline. I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't get this out. I didn't know it was coming. So I quickly, you know, that Monday I got back. Hey, folks, sorry about this, but you got a week.
But then again, but you know, if you think about that, okay, August, that's not that far off for next year, really.
Mhm.
You know, to
Goodness.
think about getting the feasibility study done, the
Right.
budget set, what did we do the last time we did this? What has changed in costs? You know, maybe that's not so far off.
And if you want to choose to apply for the People Award, that would be more in the middle of the year as well.
So there's
that might be something.
So if
Could we apply for both?
You could. I mean, I don't see why not. You know.
if you shot for the mid-year and we're, you know, do we get feedback upon, like,
No. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think they ever have. However, our foundation director, Kathy Wilson, is an extremely gracious woman and generous with her time. And if we wanted, you know, some coaching ahead of time, she would do that for you. So.
okay.
Nice.
I'm happy to start digging through my file in there, and I can ship it to Dan, but I'll copy as many as everybody.
Yeah.
Man, I think I need you to refresh me on what your correct email to use for you, but then we can, you know, collectively put our heads together.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
I think that'd be great.
Feasibility study.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm not going to be I have a criteria list. So I write a review, by the way. So if you guys submit a grant, if anything comes in from the 7 counties that I serve, they ask, hey, Carlin, will you write a review of this grant? And then I reach out to the organization, find out all that I can about it. They're in Jackson. They don't know, is this a legit organization? You know,
Right.
do they have a good track record? Do they have a good reputation in the area? That kind of thing. So, so I kind of follow up, and then there's a list of questions, and I'm not going to be able to find it on the, but they want to know is, will this have any like political, influence? So like, you know, are your state lawmakers involved or interested, you know, that kind of thing. They like to know that. Or is it important locally? Is it important for the business community? They like to know those answers.
Is it good to have the political
Pardon me?
interest? Is it good to have the political?
is.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
Oh, so
Could
we
go
can
both ways.
Yeah, I know.
we can get Camp Kevin on.
Yeah.
oh,
He would
easily,
support
and I can reach out to the other ones as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think we'll have any problem. And, you know, one of the things that I think in the letter that was brought up was that connection. You know, our community is here, which is the big focus of DDA, but also we have some business on the
Yes,
other
we
end,
do.
south of town.
Right.
What is that? How far is it from here, the
Think-
intersection to Co-op, another
Is it a
mile-ish.
1.8 miles or
Or
something?
to co-op, yeah, but I thought they were talking about going to the,
Some,
To the end of
eventually all the
the
way to the
township,
township
right.
line, but, it's like, we forget
Mhm.
out there. And yet, when you look at the demographics, the biggest residential area is right out there,
Yeah,
so.
I've been to the park, it just
Yeah.
clicked, I've been to the park, my
Sure.
son played Little League Baseball.
Oh,
there,
you've
yeah.
been
Yep.
there then,
Yeah.
yeah. And the school uses it, and the
Yeah.
Little League uses it, and the soccer program uses it,
Yeah, I know
you
right
know.
where it is, yeah.
and,
Yeah,
but
and
also
it's been
to help.
enhanced quite a bit over the
Oh,
last.
yeah, and also
10 or
to connect
15
those
years.
businesses to the downtown for the guests and the residents,
Mhm.
yeah.
Other things that they asked me about in the thing is, I think I mentioned, do we have any employees that are involved with the organization, certainly do we provide electrical service in that area? Kind of blanking on, I have this list in my office and I just use that as my checklist going
Mhm.
down. Oh, do we, and this isn't something you guys control, but would Consumers Energy have any major projects or anything like that going on in the area that can, like if we need to, if we're
How about
tearing up
our
roads or something.
streetscape?
Yeah, so I think the treescape, I think the ice storm would probably qualify.
Well, and the sewer expansion, because you guys are gonna provide electricity to
Does
all
Jeff
those.
Burns work for consumers?
no, I think he works for, Spectrum.
No.
No.
Jeff Burns does?
Consumers.
Oh, does he work for
Yeah,
consumers?
Yeah.
Burnt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well then,
I
he
know
would
him.
great to.
He lives in Tappan Zee now. Where's his business
No, he-
located?
Jeff Byrne, he's out here.
No, he bought in Tappan Zee.
He did. What
Mhm.
is he doing with his property out there? He owns
I-
property out that way.
He's just
I don't know.
developing it.
He
Yeah.
bought a house in Tappan Zee in the lake a couple months ago. But
works for
he might be a good
corporation
person.
Yeah, he's a super good guy.
He
But
is a
yeah,
really
if
good
he's
guy.
Involved or engaged, that would be a nice person to ask, yep. Or to mention, that
Yeah.
kind of thing, so.
Yeah.
And it would really be up to me to mention that. I would ask you in my interview
Yeah.
with you, but,
Okay.
whose names can I drop?
Right. So we can put our heads together.
Nope,
on
I like
that.
that. And Jeff would know. Oh my gosh, who's the other guy? His partner. Or was his partner?
Loca.
Lance
Lance
Loca.
Loca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might go
Loca.
against you.
I know.
Right.
Used to be my neighbor.
Yeah, we may not want to mention Lance. I am totally kidding. I would say that with you right
I
now.
know. He is hilarious.
I'd be very happy that I
Yeah.
said
Has he,
that.
Yeah.
has he retired?
No.
No,
Oh,
I
he's
think
still working? Oh.
Yeah, he's still
I haven't seen Loca in a while, but
Did my
yeah.
driveway one time.
Yeah.
totally on the side, but when he walks in the service center, you know that he's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
He is bigger than
He's
life.
the loudest guy.
He is.
Most animated.
Yeah.
He completely is. And he is loud.
Yeah.
I was in a meeting at the senior center in Rogers City.
Well, maybe that's appropriate. then.
And literally, he walked in. I don't even know why he was there. It was years ago. And he was like, "Is that Donnie Bodner?" And I'm like, "Who is that?" Like, oh my God.
Too funny.
But yeah, but those are the two people that I can think of off the top of my head. But I'm sure that they could point us toward other
Others,
people
yes.
from consumers here
Yeah.
too.
Yep. Yep.
Well, good.
I
Okay.
don't know that I was helpful.
Oh, I think so.
Actually, this was all really good.
DTE also has a foundation.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Chris Hackbarth can probably give you a good intel on theirs. I think theirs is more robust actually than Consumers Energy's foundation.
Okay. What's the point of contact there?
Chris Hackbarth, do you know Chris?
I do not.
Oh, you do not.
I will.
Yeah, if you'll nudge me, Trudy, I can do an e-introduction with
Okay,
the two of you. So
okay.
DTE serves this area for gas, I assume.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any contacts with Enbridge?
I do, Lauren, yeah.
Okay, because we have a pipeline that runs through here.
Oh, that's right, you do, yeah.
And so, and one of theirs that they publish is that they like to serve communities and projects within a 10-mile radius. And most of theirs in the past that I've looked at have gone 30-plus miles away because no one applies.
Yeah.
So, these are some things that, in Pi-G, although maybe not this year, but these are some,
It'll be a while.
just some things that we need to look into.
Yeah,
So I'll nudge you, I'll email you sometime this week and
Okay.
ask for some.
They would be good on a generator.
We
Enbridge?
can't buy we can't.
Oh,
buy
that's right,
generation.
because, oh my goodness, and that's one thing that we need.
Yeah, yeah.
That would
Yeah,
help.
that's already come up and they've said, no, we can't provide generators.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because if you're running electricity off your generator, you're not buying our electricity, but they
Right.
said we could not do that.
But, you know, I did have a really interesting conversation with, oh shoot, his name's in it. I spent a good deal of time with two gentlemen about the rebate programs available through, because we were talking about it one day here, wrapping up the beautiful streetscape. And they sent an email, I said, sure, let's talk, and then in the discussion, I said, well, our DDA just finished this lovely streetscape, and they said, you did what? And you're not tapping us for a rebate on all of this?
Mhm.
And I said, well, I didn't know about it. He said, we're going to set, they literally, they flooded me with
Oh my
all
goodness.
these rebates.
Uh-huh.
And between the streetscape, changing light bulbs, redoing, the HVAC and some of the electrical here, and elsewhere, they're all about, you know, and we have generators for the wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah.
He said, we can help you, and it might only be $100, but $100 in our pocket is $100.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I'm sure
They
it's
can
more
go
than
towards
that
something
for-
else.
For DDA and the streetscape, so I'll get to try to, it's on my
I
desk.
would have never thought about a streetscape project. That's probably through our energy waste reduction team is where that probably came from. And I don't necessarily know all those people, but would have never thought about a streetscape project for that, especially if you know, change, you know,
Everything.
lower use light bulbs and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, yeah.
You
Yeah,
changed everything.
they were very excited to learn more about that project, and I'm, you know, last man in on that fight, so I have very little data to provide to them,
Yeah.
but they certainly provided us with a lot of information to charge after
Yeah.
for that.
Well,
So,
that's awesome.
lots of opportunities with CE. That's, I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep you here more than a half hour because I know time is
That's all right.
valuable.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate any context that you can give us, or if you have any ideas or see something that comes across your desk.
Yeah, I'll have this now in the back of my mind and all that. I'll also reach out to Amy Tweeten, my friend,
Yeah.
and see if she recalls anything, so.
Thanks. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, glad to do it. I'm out tomorrow. I'm in
Okay.
Alma all day,
Okay.
and then Sheboygan tomorrow night. So
Oh,
down to
geez.
Alma, then to
Oh,
an event in Sheboygan tomorrow night. So it'll be Wednesday before I regroup.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday, I have a couple meetings, but it's fine, just shoot an email or whatever.
All right.
and hopefully I'll see you Thursday morning.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks.
All right,
Thanks,
see
Carlin.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Okay, summer music series update.
Summer music series is done. This was the third year that we hosted it, and it's the best year ever in terms of attendance and just everything, really. I've got 6 letters from 6 businesses thanking the DDA there for
That's-
hosting it again this year.
Awesome.
And I have a check from Northland Brewing Company for $1,500.
Cool.
Oh, awesome.
We
Thank
never
you.
asked this year.
Here, I'll give that to you. Thank you very much.
And so the breakdown on that, when we initially started doing this 3 years ago, we said we're going to pick 2 beers every week that are featured and donate $1 for every one of those beers sold. And we kind of changed it up. We just decided to do whatever our top 2 sellers are for every week.
Oh,
And so I
awesome.
think that totaled like 14 something, and I just rounded it up to $1,500.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Absolutely, thank you.
That's very cool.
It was a lot of fun. I think a lot of people enjoyed it and brought a
They
lot of
did.
people into downtown.
It did, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I wasn't able to go every week. 'Cause it was like my favorite thing to do in the summer, and I think I went twice.
Oh man,
I know, it was a
funny how
ridiculous
life
summer.
gets in the way.
It kind of did this year,
Matt,
but thank you.
we kind of said last year, or last month, that we will start on this a little bit earlier
Yep.
in the year.
Much earlier.
And help, and more help for you so that we get,
I think maybe we could do it as a whole board, but we could also do a committee and maybe try and include a couple other people from around the community that might be interested.
that would be very good.
That would be, yep, that would be really good.
So
So maybe we can put it on the agenda, but when would be good to do that?
Yeah.
Like maybe in November?
Yeah. It's never
That way
too
everybody
early.
can wrap
I'm
up.
already booking for next summer.
Wow.
Okay, do you
And
want it
it
on the
seems like
agenda
it's-
for next month?
Earlier every year. So,
Or
if there's
November?
room next month, yeah, sure.
Okay. And then we can maybe do some calls and contacts and people and,
Perfect.
okay. So next month. Okay, anything else on summer music? Thank you very much.
No, any questions or anything? I don't know.
No, we could see that it was busy.
Yep, it was fun and it's nice to
With a smile
see.
on the face.
Yeah.
You know, every time that I did drive through downtown, like Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, there were just people everywhere. Well, it didn't matter what night it was. I mean, there were just people from end to end,
Totally.
like a ton of people downtown. So it was really nice to see
Well,
that.
and a lot of that is the streetscape. I mean, just the
I think so, too.
walkability now, it's,
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, 5 years ago, you couldn't even walk, you
Mm-hmm.
know, from one end of the street to the other,
right.
like at all, even if you crisscrossed on sidewalks. So that was it is really nice.
It's
nice
great
to see.
for
It
sure.
is.
Yep.
It is really good. Okay, ceiling sidewalks.
Well, we're gonna have to go out for bid because I have not gotten any response, from Tyler.
Tyler?
You know, I don't know if somebody else, but I don't think he's interested.
Okay.
What's involved in putting that? I mean, is there a specific protocol to put that out for bids?
No, I guess I was trying to think of how even to word it, but I'm just thinking that we need, it's just the red part, correct? That we need that power washed and then sealed. And we've got the sealant.
So, I could be mistaken here, but my recollection was that when we got that initial bid, it was a much more involved cleaning process than power washing. I think it was like a soft scrub brush and a rinse and the people that I've talked to whose opinions I trust say that's not necessary. They say just power wash it, spray it on with a garden sprayer. It doesn't need to be a high tech thing.
Okay.
But people I've talked with also don't seem to think there's a higher priority on the colored than the other. So, you know, my thought is we should really be doing the whole thing.
It should definitely be power
I
washing
think-
the whole thing?
Yeah, I think it's the stamped aspect of it
Right.
that the seal was kind of sealing the stamp so that there weren't chips and everything. Because like a flat sidewalk like this won't have as many opportunities for chips, but like a snow blower hitting the edges of the pattern.
Yeah, I just don't
Chip
think
it a
the
little bit.
type of sealant that we're putting on offers
Protects them from
any
that.
physical protect. You know what I mean? I think it's more like chemicals and salt erosion and
You know
that kind
who
of
we'd
stuff.
have to talk to is, because he got his information from Gaylord DDA. And
Okay.
that is where, he got the recommendation for the stuff that we bought.
This
The
sealer
sealant.
product. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Are there sidewalks like ours? I was just there and I can't remember.
I think they are.
They have, yeah,
Trying to remember, I'm there all the
Looking at
time.
their, I'm thinking of their city hall where they have the big ice thing. Like,
I know, and I've been down there, but,
yeah.
I just noticed the beautiful flowers.
Mhm. I do too.
but, yeah, I mean, this is just something we've got to get out for bid.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
And I would like to get, I mean, it's great that we all have opinions on it, but I'd like to get some solid
Yeah.
opinion from somebody who knows
Right,
concrete.
I know
that can
nothing
say,
about it.
this is what you should be doing.
Oh,
And since we already have the product, I'm just worried
Oh,
about
hours.
the shelf life on it,
Hours.
if it's sitting too
There?
long.
oh, they might be done for phase one, but Team Elmer's, I just passed their cement truck. They have been, of course, doing a lot of work here. Jeff Allen through Team Elmer's, we might be able to get some info from him, or he might be able to connect us to someone.
Okay.
or I can also, reach out to Gaylord.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where that,
The DDA, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, do we want to try to reach out to them this week? Because if we can get it done this year, I mean, it would need to be done in the next month, because we're running out of time.
I know.
And I don't know, like I said, I don't know what the shelf life on that stuff is, if it sits another year.
if it's just a power wash and then a garden sprayer, what are you estimating for time? Labor, time? And before I go opening my mouth and
I
getting in
know,
all
it's
sorts
the
of
same.
trouble.
What'd you say?
I think
What'd you say?
we,
I said, yeah, don't.
Oh.
If
I
we get
didn't
an
say
i-
that.
If we get an idea on time, then, well, I can, yeah, I don't, I'm not gonna say anything.
Because
I'll
the,
get
I mean, and it was pointed out, and we need to get with, the cement company. There's some of that new stamping is really bad.
The replacement after the pole, yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
Well, that, in the minutes, I was reading, we talked about that last month.
Talking to Mason Brothers?
Yeah, somewhere in here.
I was
I
just
mean,
hoping,
just
I was hoping
sloppy.
Dan would do it.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's
He's been the contact.
bear season, you know, so he's otherwise.
But he's been in contact with them from
yes,
the beginning.
yes. Well, and he came in one day after that, after it was all done and was expressing his disappointment. And my question to him was, you know, thinking RFB, request for bid, I said, what expectations did we lay out for this contractor? And he said, well, we didn't. I said, okay, given that we didn't give them a written, this is what we expect it to look like, I said, I think at this point in time, all we can do is bring them back, do a walkabout with them and say, what can we do now about this? And share our concerns.
Didn't they do the original though?
I do not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they,
Uh-uh,
no?
no.
Oh.
I, again, could be mistaken, this is just my recollection, but the major streetscape was done by Bella Concrete. And then I think Mason Brothers got involved when they redid that little sidewalk in front of Caldwell Banker down to Ken's. Remember that portion was like
Yes.
extended?
Yes.
I think Mason Brothers did that and then did a good job on that, so then came back to do the
This may
the
not,
replacement work.
this may not be their forte.
The stamped, yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
That's not
So,
good.
you know, again, the day that Dan came in, I said, I think, and because we didn't give them a list outlining what our expectations were, it's hard to go back and be hardlined with them. I said, and he said, well, Ann Trudy, to be honest, they were the only ones who responded. That seemed to be chronic.
But the expectation is to match what the
Exactly.
existing,
Well, and
so.
again, I wasn't in on that
Common sense.
conversation,
Right.
however, you know, the
Yeah.
color is one thing, to have it be cleaned up around the edges of the electrical boxes, one would think that would be self-explanatory, but again, I wasn't in on that conversation.
I know those guys a little bit. I mean, they're reasonable guys. I think just what you said. We bring them up, we walk around, we say, hey, is this the
What
type of work that we should expect from you?
Right, and what can we do now? We'd
Right.
like it to tidy it, it's looking a little.
Right.
Rough.
Yeah, yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think we have any teeth to enforce anything,
No,
but
but I
if we
think
can
that-
just
because
reasonably
again-
say,
If we put something out for bid in the future and we want them to
right,
bid, we certainly don't want to turn them off,
yep,
but to guide them in the way we would like them to go.
Yep.
To get the results that we want.
that makes sense.
Right, well, I'll talk to
So-
Dan when he comes home next week.
Okay,
Unless you know them well enough to
I
talk
can
to
reach
them.
out to him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you can, that'd be
Sure.
good,
Things are
'cause I
slowing
don't
down a
know
little
them.
bit for you, aren't they, Matt?
They are, yep.
Okay, adding term and limit language to the bylaws. We did update these, and I think that did we accept them last week with the
We-
change, or last
we-
month with the
we did.
changes?
We did.
Okay, then
and
this
it
is
seems-
just for your pleasure reading when you're,
And the
Yeah,
only
when you're
thing
bored.
that I was adding was we have to state when it was amended.
oh, right,
So we have to state that it was amended then, and, unfortunately, I cannot find the exact date that it was adopted. It was adopted
well,
in
amended, it
19
was last month, right? The amend,
Yeah,
so that would have been, well, whatever,
yeah.
August 18th, or you mean? the
this is never good.
Which date?
Don,
do
is
you
this
want?
still your
Well,
number?
this is our,
Nope.
Done who?
We,
I know, don't know what you're talking about.
Or did we already?
no,
All right.
'Cause I put in that I brought it through. What was our meeting day?
It was
August
August 18th. Yep, so amended 8/18/2025. And then we need to do when it was adopted.
I cannot find, I know it was in 1996. I looked through minutes. I don't have DDA minutes
Adopted
from 1996.
1996. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put 1996 and then
Yeah, that's what.
I'll put it into a PDF.
Oh, you want it, I think. it's better to
Word
have
is
it in
fine.
Word.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine. Then
Yep,
just
and I'll
keep
just
it.
change, and
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
send it to the township.
All right, that's good. We don't need to do any motions or anything on this, right? Because we did last month. We don't have to do anything with it.
No, we approved it.
Okay, I just thought everybody might want to have a copy of that. Wall cover structure at the Sturgeon. I did get a message from Dan. He said a couple things with that. Well, I guess it's a new business. He said that he talked to Doug and they were talking about oh, for goodness sake, come on. He said he's getting a plan drawn up for, I think he's saying the wellhead. It says, I'm going to get a plan drawn up for the OK. Thinking 4x6 after talking to Doug, going to put a temporary over it for winter. So they're going to put something temporary over it for winter and then build something like a fishing shanty.
There was opinions
Or
on the
something.
fishing shanty that it would just look like an outhouse.
Yeah,
It'll look a little tacky.
I don't know.
We
if I'm
can figure
thrilled.
something out. I mean, we have time because right now they're just gonna put something temporary just to protect it for the winter. So we can keep it on the agenda and talk about it next month
Perfect.
and talk about design.
Yep.
But he was thinking 4x6 would be the proper size, but we're fine just talking about it next month and carrying that over. Okay, new business. We have DDA director vacancy, and I apologize. I think Tyler sent Dan and myself an email, but I think it was made out, like it said to Dan. So I didn't forward it to the rest of the board, but I will do that, like either tonight or tomorrow. But he said that his home was in the DDA district, but they bought a home that's not in the DDA district, so he can't qualify to be on the board anymore. So we do have an opening. And
But I thought, well,
I can forward the email to everybody, but he resigned.
I think he's.
Yeah, and I think he was ready to resign anyway, so. So just be thinking about, I mean, I'm good with looking for somebody in consumers, you know, in light of talking to Carlin. I don't know if Jeff Burns or Lance Loca live within the DDA borders or,
Lance does not. He lives up in Sheboygan.
oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or with his mom out in Afton.
Oh, okay, I thought,
yeah.
okay.
And then
And Jeff,
well, I thought he lived on White Road. So-
yeah, they bought a house next to Eddie Slanik's
Oh, okay.
up on the hill.
Well, our bylaws state
Yeah, I'm just reading that too.
that not
Yeah.
less than a majority of the members shall be persons having an interest in properties located in the downtown district or officers. It's,
Officers, members, trustees, principals, or employees of a legal entity having property in the downtown district.
So
it doesn't say that.
they have to live in,
No. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I read it.
Yeah. So, no less than 5 members,
Right.
meaning 4 members can reside outside of the downtown district.
hey, that was gonna be my out when I retire from a Lincoln, whatever that ever
Easy.
happens.
Easy.
Sorry, I don't work there anymore. Thanks, guys. Okay, does anybody have any other ideas or suggestions for a board member? Has anybody heard that anybody?
Just a minute. He owns south of town.
Oh,
Help me.
April's husband?
yes.
He's,
Alan?
yeah,
Green Graphics.
he's interested in getting involved. Also, who's the young man next door? Jace Ryan's mom, Colleen. Is that Colleen?
Oh.
That's his wife.
Was
I
it
don't know.
No, Colleen.
Gail?
Thank you.
Is it Gail?
I think it is Gail. I heard that as well. One of the.
Kathy. Isn't it Kathy?
That'd be her mom. Kathy is his
Oh,
mom.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was
Wife.
thinking of, I was thinking of
Yeah,
Colleen's
yeah,
mom.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Clancy.
the mom.
Okay.
Yeah, you will.
Wife's mom.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lost me.
Yeah.
Colleen Ryan,
Didn't-
okay.
She used to live down, anyway, they used to live in that first nice yellow house, Fisher, whatever that's, Fisher Woods, Fisher Trail, Fisher Woods Road, whatever, by Pat Gary's too, on the left.
Mhm.
I don't know if she still does, she did real estate for a while. Yeah, did she retire from Boyne, USA, Boyne? Anyway, that's a long time ago. But
Okay.
those are two people that people have said, oh, hey, I've heard,
Well, I know Jace wanted to get on the board, but he lives out of Tuscarora Township.
And that's okay.
No, right, okay, right, so. he
Who is that?
Jace.
Jason.
Ryan.
yeah,
In
well,
the
Oh, okay.
election.
and
Okay.
somebody, and Parks also has an opening, so it sounds like we have, let's start,
Hmm.
you know, contacting.
Do you
people,
ever
maybe.
see Jay?
Mhm.
Jace? Do you want to ask him? Jace.
Oh, that's-
Blah, blah.
So one time I asked Cody Wilson from Pat and
Oh,
Gary
yeah.
too,
Yes, he's another one.
but
that
he
is-
was just starting and didn't want to step on any toes or anything, so I can also ask him.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it would actually be nice to get a couple, you know, especially younger people.
And,
Mhm.
and from that,
That end of
Mhm.
town.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Anyone gonna call Alan,
From Screen
Atkinson.
Graphics? Is it?
Is that right?
Atkinson?
Atkinson.
Is that Al's Auto Repair? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
No.
Screen
on the
Graphics.
back
Well,
side
he-
of Screen Graphics?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, you're right.
The auto shop though, not
Yes, sir.
Screen Graphics, right?
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, that's Alan. I mean, I graduated with him. I don't talk to him. I don't have his phone number.
Atkinson.
Atkinson.
Thank you, because it's, all I know is April Allen married to Alan,
Yes, exactly.
yeah. I could call out there and talk to them.
Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, and then Sturgeon Drinking Fountain. Mr. Murdoch did donate the fountain, and M&M Plumbing, Scott Montai agreed to install it at no cost.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't know
Whole bunch
exactly
of
when it's,
Whole
that was
bunch
all
of
from
thank
Dan
yous we're
too.
gonna have
Yeah,
to-
Well, let's make sure we let Karen know, because she will post it on the township website and post it on the socials, so it gets out there that, to give these big things.
We
Yeah.
had talked about getting a plaque for up there.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Stating,
yep, then it could go on that
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah.
Actually, we talked about putting the plaque on the fishing shanty. So that's all part of that same discussion, whatever
Okay. yeah.
whatever the project is that goes there,
Mhm.
like we'll put a plaque on it thanking everybody who made the corner possible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Right. Nice.
public comment? Yes, sir. You have the floor.
Yeah, Patrick McGinnis. This is going a little far into the future, but I understand the township board is going to have an agenda item at their next meeting to form a committee to plan the 250th 4th of July anniversary for this coming July.
Oh,
We're
wow.
looking at making, we've got a poll out right now on Tuscarora Talks Back, getting ideas, we're getting some really good ideas. But we want to have events that will keep people downtown on the 4th after the parade.
Yep.
We've got some good ideas, a double bridge walk,
Oh,
hot dog eating contest, a
Yeah,
lighted
ice cream
ATV
social.
parade towards dusk. Stuff like that would get people down here to watch and take part. So if you have ideas,
Yeah, not that I have ice cream, but an ice cream social is big. You know, they used to do the
Back in
pie
the day.
sale.
Right.
Do you remember
Oh,
that
was
pie
always-
sale?
Yeah, that was my
Grandma's
grandma's house.
house.
I
Yeah.
love the
Yeah.
pie
I
sale.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
too,
That's
but you know
awesome.
what? Having a pie sale again,
Would be cool.
because was that 4th of July that they
It
had
was.
that?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Good old Methodist ladies.
I always
Yeah.
clean out the garage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every year.
Well, we would go there and man, those were the best
They
pies.
were.
Yeah.
Like
For
that's a
sure.
memory from me.
well, and I think Matt, at some past meeting, a comment was made about how to like do it up for the weekend, because it's a Saturday and it only rolls around so many
Right,
years.
right.
You know, we're looking at some, you know, paying for fireworks, that the price is going up and the 4th of July is out of our budget. But how do you make it an event that's more than just that 20 minutes?
Right. Make it like an all-day
An
experience.
all day and all weekend thing, you know, because as I think you pointed out, most people may have Monday off for the holiday, I think, I don't know. So again, just piggybacking on that, you know, to find a committee, how many people are you thinking?
4 or 5.
4 or 5? Mm-hmm.
You don't want too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'll be part of it if they'll have me.
But I think it's gonna, you know, and, you know, the DDA is, you know, I think a good resource. Get the chamber involved or.
Oh, that would be a good day to have music on the corners,
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
like during the day,
Oh,
because we
for
talked about
sure.
doing that.
Yeah.
Like having music, you know, and maybe even have it staggered, like have it in front of some place for an hour and like have somebody else a couple hours, you know,
Mhm.
down the street, but that would be a really good thing.
That would be great. That's a great idea.
I
And not
could
even
do a
just
scavenger
music. You
hunt
could
or
do
something.
buskers,
Yeah.
balloon animals, face painters.
Yep.
Shut the
You know,
road down.
Just,
I'd just do it on the sidewalks.
so, this is, maybe we should invite somebody from the businesses down at this end
Yep,
to
be on the
Yeah, on the
committee,
committee.
for
Sure.
sure.
yeah. Well, I know this summer when I was having ice cream over here, I was talking with H&L Dairy Mart and talking about the music and what, you know, because your clientele is kind of the family scene, and it's not that it's not at yours, because I've gone down and talked to families and whatnot, but I said, what about music? And he said, but could we do something more? And I said, DDA's open to any and all suggestions, trying to lure them here to share, because they have really good ideas.
Well, they could have movies,
Well,
they could do all kinds
thank
of
you
stuff.
very much. The whole, you know,
Mhm.
balloon animals.
Yeah.
You know, jugglers, kind of like old fashioned days, not this year with the horrendous weather, but the year before in the green space where there was all sorts of activities for littles.
Mhm.
So I like that idea. You know, give them a call and, you know,
Oh,
we
we
need
could
your
do, you know what, at the chamber, they probably have all those rubber duckies too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we used to have the rubber ducky race, they were up in the attic.
Well, we've had the rubber ducky race the last couple years.
Okay.
And I think we collected them all at the end of this year.
I know, they're hard to do,
They are hard to wrangle.
but it is, it is, they are,
But, yes.
but that's always a really fun thing to do too.
Yeah,
They sold out fast
they sold out really fast.
because they would come to the shop because of
Yeah.
Katie being there, and I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I was amazed.
But that's like a really fun thing to do in families like that, and if you had the rubber ducky race at 2:00 and the parade ended at noon, like
Mhm.
people would stick around.
Sure.
And then if you had something else that was like a big draw like that, you know, at 3:00 or 4:00.
Mhm.
And, you know, the other thing that was really big when I was at the chamber, we had the,
Oh, I do
um,
too. I like that one.
oh my God, what do they call it? The fire hose?
Oh,
Oh, the
What do they
ball.
call
Oh, with the
the-
ball with the
like a
fire
broom
hose.
ball,
Oh.
No, it wasn't,
No,
we did that
not
too,
green
but
They
that was
blew the-
winter time.
The hose, and like,
What the heck
ball.
did they
You
do?
push the ball back and forth
Yeah.
across the zip line, right?
Yeah, we had Topanabee and Indian River, and they had like the zip line, and they, what the heck, I can't remember what they called it, but people, and it's hot. Like 4th of
Mhm.
July is typically hot. Kids freaking love that. And then like the firemen would let them put the hats on and like hold on to the hose and stuff. I can't
That sounds
remember
fun.
what it is, but it was fun. And I mean, we had hundreds of people that were there all the
They
time.
used to do that at the park in Sheboygan. I've got pictures from when Ben was little all the time, with the firemen and the hat on and.
Yep, they were fun. And I mean, kids love firemen. You know, they, I
And
mean, they
water.
do, and water. And because it's hot, like, that's a great thing, and we always did it down at Marina Park,
Yeah.
and there were tons of people there. So there's some ideas,
I like that.
That's great.
like off the top of our head.
So is there anyone we can volunteer for the committee? Should we send them your way? We'll bring it up at the next meeting and we'll get a committee of 3 to 5 but I like the idea of kind of getting all, you know, North End, Midtown, North Town.
Involve the community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, all come.
For sure. Well, thank you, that's awesome. And it's 250 years, you said? 250 years?
250th.
That's cool. Very cool. Okay,
Only comes around every 200.
250 years. Okay, DDA board comment? Well, look at that. It is 8 o'clock.
Here we go.
Entertain a motion to
Magical.
adjourn.
So moved.
Yeah. Anybody
Oh,
have
shoot.
something?
You know what? I forgot to mention this when we were talking
It's
about the
just correspondence.
streetscape.
It's all
Okay.
okay, just correspondence.
Okay, and I did make a copy for everybody.
You did not, or you did?
I did.